diverse faces tell of the hardships they overcame in life and how we all suffer and persevere. United by shared resilience, we celebrate and capture those brave enough to share their personal stories of life experiences. Their unique experiences weave a tapestry of strength, hope, and growth.
My name is Lewis Kelly. I grew up with two siblings, an older sister and a little brother. Both my parents were married, they were together. Our life was pretty good. Growing up, in the summer times, my dad and mom used to take us on these. We used to go to everywhere, Kings Dominion, Great Wolf Lodge, it don't matter where it's actually. We would just go for like a whole month. We'd be on the road. And Hershey Park and everything. We pretty much had fun. My dad worked as an electrical engineer, and my mom was a radiologist working at Andrews Air Force Base. We had computers, books, and all kinds of stuff. Growing up was pretty awesome. My childhood experiences shaped my outlook on life. My friends we're close to each other. Matter of fact, we're close to this day. I still have friends from kindergarten that I'm very close with. Just like any other kid, we learn from each other in school. We be together more than we be with our parents during school time. So I learned a lot of childhood experiences and what to do and what not to do and the consequences of doing. And we support each other. My cousins was close to the point we were like siblings. I decided to go to the military because my dad was paying for classes at PG Community College. I was wasting his money. I was going there pretty much just to see girls and try to talk to girls and everything else. The only class I was really interested was math. Other than that, I didn't do good. So when the next semester was coming through, I told my dad, he was like, what class I need to pay for? And I told him none. I'm going to go into the military, the United States Army. They had this club in the middle of the parking lot. I think we call it the Why Not Club, like why not go? We usually meet there pretty much every Friday. After I got in my car walking to the club, I got ran over by a drunk driver. Like completely ran over. Broke my fib, sprained my shoulder, caused an embolism, and that put me in the hospital. That happened February 2nd, and I stayed in the hospital till October 31st. On more than one occasion, they tried to take my leg. They told me I might have permanent brain damage. It was horrible being in there. My mom always called my mom. My mom used to call the first sergeant and say, my son haven't called me, and he used to get on me about calling. My mom needed a kidney transplant. I was a complete match. But the military told me I couldn't because my kidneys belonged to them. At that point, I think that's when I pretty much gave up. So when I got out, I found a job doing voice and data cabling. Pretty much it was awesome. I had fun and everything. But what I didn't know was I had PTSD. Coming out of the military with unknown conditions, I started acting a little serious. I would get upset real quick. I used to laugh all the time, but things wasn't too funny. Everything was almost looked at as being disrespectful. It caused a lot of relationships. The anger caused a failed marriage. And the anger caused me to get jail time. Never thought I would ever go to jail or prison. Never in my wildest dreams would I thought that. I lost everything. I lost car, house, apartment, everything. Just lost it all. And my stay in prison was not all that great. I had found like-minded people who resonated with the new me. We got along. We had each other back. To this day, we still have each other back. I look at them as family. We've been through a lot together, in and out. At that time, I was in my 30s, so I was a little older. When I get out, obviously I lost my top secret clearance. So I'm like, I'll never get a job doing this again. When I was in prison, man, I was making business plans. That was my way of coping. I can't believe I'm in here. But I started planning what to do when I get out. Because I don't want to stay down. At the time when I got out, I was staying with my sister. And I was looking for a job. That was the hardest thing to do, man. Looking for a job, and they'll be like, oh yeah, Louis Kelly, I remember. Yeah, where you work at now? Oh man, I'm not working right now. I was like, yeah, you don't mind, you ain't never got nothing on your record, do you? You ain't got nothing on your record. I was like, yeah, actually I do. It's a misdemeanor, we don't worry about it. We don't care about that, but we'll handle that. I was like, nah, it's a felony. Actually, it's 3 felonies. And I remember him saying, God, we can't pick you up right now, maybe in the future. And I remember my heart sank. I cried. Not like, I cried, I was hurt. That right there let me know, okay, wow, this journey is gonna be harder than what I thought. Now that I knew how this is gonna work, I decided to go back to school with the military, a military program. I went back to school to get a degree in hospitality management. Hospitality management, they don't care about your background as long as you know how to do what you gotta do. I got a degree in hospitality management. And one day the phone rang. And it was Microsoft. Microsoft said, we want you for this position, but we have to travel, and we got a house for you to stay in. You know, it's probably going for a year and a half, but we need you out here. To be honest with you, I have felonies. The man on the other end of the phone said, Mr. Kelly, we don't care about your felonies. We need this work done. And you worked with such and such before, and we know from him, we know your work. We need you out here. That day changed everything. I have a hospitality management degree. Don't have to use it. A lot of companies started calling me since I was on the Microsoft contract. A bunch of defense contractors calling me. Boone's called me. And I said, I talked to y'all before, and y'all said that we have something else for you. We heard, I was like, you know what? I'm not interested no more. There was a point in time when I thought I'd never be able to do IT again. IT is something I've done since I was small. You never know when your break's gonna come. And sometimes you gotta go through the storm. And it's a storm. It ain't gonna be too long, but it's a storm. You get through that storm, and you're gonna see sunshine on the other side. I went from Microsoft to Amazon to South Korean, or I working across seas. work in Johannesburg, Singapore, Belgium. I didn't do that before I went in. I moved to Texas. I bought a nice house out here. Me and my wife, and my mother-in-law. I moved her in with us. We got 3 dogs. Also with the VA, they helped me out so much because of my PTSD issue, and they credit that for a lot of issues with me getting my jail time also. I'm rated 100% disabled from the military. So I get a check every month, which is great. And I make real good money. I went from losing everything to having more than what I had before. I never even looked at dreaming about having a house, even before I went into prison. But now, look at me now. It's never over if you believe in yourself. Again, I'm Lewis Kelly, and this is my story.